Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about making a plastic didgeridoo. There's some good videos on YouTube about this, and I'm going to put our own little slant on it. We got a couple little things that we do that I think make it easier. So we start by with a 5-foot piece from the home center, 1.5-inch PVC, and it's very cheap. Instead of fabricating a mouthpiece or using beeswax, we're going to be using one of these little trap adapter with washers. Now there's two sizes, and you want to get the smaller size. The big one is a little bit too big, but the small one, and it has a little white tag, the big one has a blue tag, makes a very nice built-in mouthpiece. It slides right on. I don't even bother gluing it, because if you ever want to take it off or clean it or anything, I just leave it on here. So the little white tag pops right off and blows away. It's windy like it is today. So the first thing we got to do is cut it. Now, one of the things you want to think about is what the pitch is. It's not going to be a real accurate pitch like a piano, but you want to get it kind of in the neighborhood of a certain pitch. I think E is good if you play with a guitar player, because the open string is an E. F is okay too. I've got E flat, D flat, various kinds. So we're going to start by marking it, and then we're going to make the cut. Okay, we're going to measure this out. I'm going to go about, I don't know, 38.5 inches, 38, 39 inches will get you kind of where you want to go. So I'm kind of shooting for an F. If I'm closer to an E, that's okay too. It's not a scientific process. Okay, we've got our mark. We're going to come down here to the compound miter saw, and any basic chop saw will do fine. Simple as that. Alright, notice I have my heat gun set on high on the edge of the table, and of course I'm wearing my mask because I don't want to be breathing this. Now, I've got it on my mark, and I'm just spinning it slowly. The human rotisserie. This will lose its structural integrity pretty fast. It's about a minute and a half, and it's going to start to get bendy. Okay, it's been about a minute and a half, and we're getting close. You can see it's starting to bend here, starting to get soft. See that? It's getting, well, plastic. Well, it is plastic. There it goes. Okay. Now, that's all it is. I make a bend here. Now we got to cool it off, and it'll set. So I can kind of hold it. This is pretty low tech here. I'm just going to get some water from a little gardening can on here. And that's it. That will stay. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is put a flare on the end. It has a nice little trumpet bell. For this I'm going to use the heat gun again and wine bottle out of the recycling bin. Don't need anything fancier than that. We're going to start. I'm going to come down here at the end and start spinning again. Okay, when you're doing the end, it's a little harder to tell because you can't pull from both sides. You can't bend it. So after a couple minutes, you figure you're getting kind of close. Let's go down and try it on the bottle. Ah, perfect. So you get a nice little flare. Hold it down a little bit. I'm just going to kind of bring everything right over to my bucket. The very last thing I do is totally unnecessary. Don't have to do it, but I have this stuff lying around. This is called stick stuff, and it's stuff you dip drumsticks into to make a little rubberized handle. And by the way, you can get it just for tools. It's basically the same material. But this is black, and it's kind of a rubbery finish, so I dip it in. It's kind of messy. You don't want to get it on your hands. And just kind of work it around with the pliers. Yeah. Okay. I'll just take this, and you just got to let it sit for a few hours. We'll just put it out here in the sun, and that'll produce a nice soft covering. But again, it's not necessary. It's just something I had, and I found that it worked well, so I'm going to use it. Okay, this is what it all looks like when it's done. I have a mouthpiece with the rubberized end, I've painted it in black paint, painted a little blue on the end. You could of course go insane and paint it, you know, incredible colors. I just kind of like basic black because I had some lying around.